You can find your way down onto your back, lowering onto your mat in your Shavasana or your resting pose of choice. Taking a few moments to really connect with your mat, with your practice, with your breath. Letting go of anything that's happening outside of this space that you've chosen for your practice. Letting go of your week, any struggles you may have been faced with, or any anticipation of your days to follow. Really landing here on your mat. Just allowing yourself to turn off any of those thoughts that are not serving you in this moment. Rather, redirect your thoughts to your breath. Noticing the breath as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose, let your belly rise up towards the ceiling. And out through the nose, belly softens and falls. Big breath in, belly rise. And a soft breath out, the belly falls. Holding on to that slow rhythm of breath. Not just here on your mat. Not just throughout your practice today, but off the mat as well. In moments of challenge, when you feel frustrated, flustered, or upset, turn your awareness to breath. Begin slowing it, making it more intentional. As you lie here on your back, on your mat, just witness that breath as it moves in and out through your body. Gentle rise and fall of belly and chest, chest and belly, with each breath. We'll begin to awaken the body, one finger at a time, one toe at a time, by just wiggling them. Fingers and the toes start to wiggle in its own direction. Taking some gentle rotations through the wrists and the ankles. In both directions. Slide your feet together at the bottom of your mat. Reach the arms up overhead, creating a long line with your body, arms resting on them. As you inhale, lengthen from fingertips to toes, find a full body stretch. On the exhale, soften your low back, will melt into the mat and let go of all of that effort. Big breath in, full body stretch. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in, full body stretch. Exhale, soften. One more time, the biggest stretch of your day, reaching from fingertips to toes as you inhale. And exhale, let it go. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Maybe interlacing the fingers around the shins or the thighs, taking hold of whatever is accessible. Be a gentle rock from side to side. Massaging your low back. drawing circles with the knees in both directions. Hug your knees in close. Transition the grip over to the right knee. Keep the right knee hugged in as the left leg extends long to the bottom of your mat. Draw your left toes towards your face, reach through your left heel, and hug the right knee in towards your chest. The head, the shoulders continue to rest softly on the mat. Relax your jaw, maybe close the eyes. Taking away any visual distraction that may be around you. Just sensing your body and how it feels in this pose. Notice the movement, the subtle changes in your body with every breath. Stay in stillness or start to circle with the right knee. Really isolating the movement to the right hip by stabilizing the left. The left toes continue to point to the ceiling with the heel resting on the floor. The right ankle can be relaxed as you move through these gentle circles. Circle in the opposite direction. Next time the right knee comes towards the right shoulder, pause there for a few breaths. You can always slide the left foot a little bit further over to the left for a counterbalance, creating some distance between the left foot and the right knee, grounding down equally through all four corners of the pelvis. If you're feeling a nice stretch, stay just as you are, enjoying this pose. Or we'll move into half happy baby. Bring the right arm to the inside of the right thigh. Reach across your shin to take hold of the outer right ankle or the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Direct the right knee towards the floor beside your right shoulder as the sole of the right foot starts reaching up towards the ceiling with a bend in your knee. If this is a little bit too much for you today, you can always bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the left foot onto the floor, using that for a bit of a balance, easing off on the stretch. Left hip stays reaching down towards the mat. Every breath creates a little bit of space in your body. Every breath out, maybe the right knee sinks a little deeper to the floor. The right leg comes a little bit closer to a 90-degree angle with the knee. Sole of the right foot becoming a little more parallel with the sky. Keep the right foot just as it is. Start to bend the left knee, bringing the sole of the left foot onto the mat. From here, slowly release the pinky toe edge of the right foot onto your left thigh. Send the right knee away from your shoulders, creating a figure four shape with your legs. Right knee's reaching away from the shoulders, ground down through the left hip. Deep flex in the right ankle. Stay just as you are if you're feeling a stretch. Otherwise, you can start to draw the left knee in towards the left shoulder. Take hold of the back of the left thigh, maybe the left shin. As much as the left knee pulls in, the right knee is reaching away from the shoulders. All four corners of your pelvis are reaching for the mat. Find that full body stretch through your spine, lengthening from tailbone to the top of your head. Find some softness through your face. Lower the sole of your left foot to the mat. Slide the right leg over the left, completing the cross of the legs. It's as if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair here. Right thigh crossed over the left. Arms extend long at your side. So come into a cactus formation. Lengthen through your spine first, and then find a twist by guiding the knees over to the left. You can always uncross the legs here. Place a pillow beneath them or between them if that feels better. Gaze stays up towards the sky or over to the right. Breathing space into the lower right belly, right waist. Gaze comes back through center. Let your knees follow. Start to extend the right foot up towards the sky as you uncross your legs. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh. Press the right thigh into your interlaced fingers, the fingers into the thigh. Reach the right heel high up towards the ceiling. Finding a hamstring stretch here. Really aware of the pressure between the interlaced fingers and your thigh here. You should be able to feel the hamstring, the back of the thigh muscle engaging in your hands. Right hip is reaching away from the shoulders down into the mat as you gently, without force, apply pressure to the back of the thigh. Work towards straightening the leg, and that may mean that your leg is a little bit closer to the mat. That's okay. You can have a little micro bend. Just make sure that the leg is engaged, drawing the right kneecap towards the right hip. Find some gentle rotations through the right ankle, pointing and flexing through the toes in both directions. Pause in stillness in the center. Release the arms at your sides, but stay equally active through the right leg. Take an inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, maintaining that straight leg, slowly lower the heel to the mat with control for 5, 4, keep the core engaged, 3, 2, press down through the left foot, and 1, slowly lower the right foot to the mat. Extend the left leg to meet it, release through the toes, find a mini shavasana. Just noticing any subtle changes from one side to the next. Reconnecting with the stillness and the breath. Slide the feet together at the bottom of the mat. Take that full body stretch once again. Big inhale, lengthening fingertips to toes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Exhale, soften. Your low back melts into the mat. One more big breath in. As you exhale, soften. Draw the left knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers around it. Wind relieving pose. The right leg stays active, right toes pull towards your face as you soften through the left ankle. Left hip is reaching slightly away from the shoulders, right hip slightly towards it, both equally pressing into the mat as you hug your left knee in. Is your chin starting to reach up towards the sky? Can you lengthen the back of your neck? Soften your gaze, maybe even invite the eyes to close. Stay here in stillness in your wind relieving pose. Or start to take those gentle rotations through the left knee. I like to place my right hand on my right hip, encourage stillness into that area as I circle the left hip only. The body's natural instinct is to start rocking side to side, lifting the right hip off of the mat. Make the movement mindful. Be aware of the body's changes and how it's trying to get out of the stretch. Circle the opposite direction. Find stillness in the center. Send the left knee over to the left shoulder. Pausing there in breath, option to slide the right foot a little more over towards the bottom right corner of your mat. Creating some distance between the pinky toe edge of your right foot and the tip of your left. Tailbones reaching away from your head and down into the mat. Lower ribs draw in. Staying here if you feel a nice stretch, or moving to your half happy baby, bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Reach across the shin for the outside of the left ankle, the pant leg, the pinky toe side of your left foot. The left knee continues to reach down towards the floor beside your left shoulder. Sole of the left foot tries to make its way up to the sky with a bend in the left knee. Working towards a 90-degree angle at the left knee, the left ankle, and the left hip. Press firm through all four corners of your pelvis. Option to bend the right knee at any time it becomes too much. Stay open through the chest, evenly weighted from left to right shoulder. Start to slowly bend the right knee, bringing the sole of the right foot onto the floor. Pause here for a breath or two. The left leg still in that happy baby position. Reach down through your right hip. And then slowly bring the pinky toe edge of your left foot onto the right thigh. Left knee's reaching away from your shoulder. Creating that figure 4 shape with your legs. Even your hips, even the shoulders, and lengthen the spine. Left knee reaches away from your left shoulder. Keep it there as you start to draw the right knee in towards the right shoulder. Find softness through your arms and upper body. You can take hold of the back of the right thigh or the right shin. You can also use a strap, leash, or belt, towel, long sleeve shirt to add length to your arms. Deep flex in your left ankle. Left toes are drawn towards the left shin. The right ankle can be soft and relaxed though. Lower your right foot onto the mat. Complete the cross of your legs. Slide the left leg over the right. Sitting in an imaginary cross-legged chair. Arms extend out wide beside you, lengthen through the spine. Once you find that length, start to find your twist by guiding the knees over to the right. You can uncross the legs if you like. You can place a prop beneath them or between them. Left shoulder stays in contact with the mat. Option to turn your gaze to the left. Breathing space between the left waist, left hip, and left ribs. Run away from each other with each breath in. Contracting, maybe deepening the twist with each breath out. Gaze comes back through center. Knees will follow. Take a big breath here in the center with the legs still crossed. And then slowly extend the left heel up towards the sky. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh for your hamstring stretch. Left toes pull towards your face. Left heel's reaching up. Fingers interlace behind the thigh, or you can use a strap or towel here. Really just pressing the thigh into the hands or the prop, the hands into the thigh. Active leg muscle, left kneecaps drawing towards your left hip. All the muscles are squeezing in towards the midline, in towards the bones. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth, scrunching your face. Find softness through your upper body. Let the shoulders rest on the floor, maybe even bending the elbows slightly. You can stay in stillness, or you can start to point and flex the toes, drawing circles with the ankle, while keeping the hamstring, the back of your thigh, active and drawing towards your chest. Circling opposite direction. Find stillness in the center. One more big breath here. Release the arms at your sides, palms face up. Press all 4 corners of your pelvis into the mat. Engage your core. Big inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, keep that straight leg as you slowly lower with control for 5, 4, draw your belly button down to the earth. 3, press down to the right foot. 2, keep lowering slowly for 1, and all the way down to your mat. Extend the right leg long, let it meet the left. Find a breath or 2 here in stillness. Feel the weight of the legs melting into the mat, inviting softness into that area. Draw the feet towards one another, hug the knees in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers around them. Pick up your chin, draw it towards your chest as the forehead comes towards the knees. Find a gentle rocking forwards and backwards motion up the length of your spine. From tailbone to the neck. Rolling up and down. Gaining momentum with each rock until eventually you're able to come up to seated position. Find whatever comfortable seat works in your body so that you're able to sit up tall, crown of your head reaching for the ceiling, shoulders stacked over hips. Take a few gentle rotations with the upper body in both directions. Find your center, sit up tall. Reach the right fingertips out beside you, place them on the mat. Start to guide the left ear over to the left shoulder. Make sure that's the left ear going to the shoulder, not the left shoulder coming up to the ear. The back is flat here, shoulders rolled down, as if you're sitting with your back up against a wall, and you can actually, in your home, move to a wall and use that as a guide to make sure you're not rounding into a cat-like back. Really reaching the right earlobe up to the sky here. The right fingertips are either on the floor or slightly hovered above it, but they're in line with the hips, not reaching back behind you or out in front. Slowly turn the gaze down towards the left armpit, maybe changing where it is that you're feeling the stretch. Chin tucks in slightly. Slowly release by drawing your chin towards the chest, gaze comes forward. Reach that right arm out in front of you, left hand comes beneath it, takes hold of the outside of the right arm. Right shoulder draws back into its joint as you guide the straight right arm across your chest. Palm now facing behind you. See if you can keep the right arm straight. We're not bending the elbow or dipping it down. And working the right arm across the left shoulder as far over to the left as you can with the fingertips, but the right shoulder is drawn back into its joint. Reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Bend at the right elbow, bring the hand to the back of your head. Fingertips start to point down towards the neck. Maybe the hand itself walks down the neck towards the shoulders. Stay open through the chest to the collarbones. The left hand comes on top of the right elbow. Draw in and slightly back behind you. Palms facing the shoulder blades, fingertips pointing to the floor. Stay centered here. Start to find a side bend over to the left. Really rooting down through the right hip, reaching through the right elbow. Keep the heart and the chest open to the room in front of you, rather than showing it to the floor. Body's going to naturally want to draw that right armpit down towards the mat. Stay open through the chest. Come back through center. Release the right arm, release the left arm, take mini shoulder rolls, both sides, both directions. And if you're sitting cross-legged, a perfect opportunity to cross in the opposite direction. Knowing that you have permission to change your seated position at any time it becomes uncomfortable. Take a few more of those little gentle rotations, almost coming into cat and cow-like motions as you reach the front and back. Rounding through the back as you lean back. Opening the heart up as you lean forward. Circling both directions. Find stillness in the center. Tall spine. Left fingertips this time are reaching over to the left. They could be touching the floor or slightly hovered above it. In line with the ribs, the hip, reaching directly out to the side, not back behind you or out in front. From here, start to guide the right ear down towards the right shoulder, creating length up the left side of your neck. Really reaching the fingertips down towards the mat and lengthening up the top of your head as if someone's pulling you in each direction with a string. Lifting your left earlobe up towards the sky. Begin to turn your gaze down towards the right armpit. Just shifting that stretch ever so slightly. Chin rolls down towards your chest, easing out. Gaze comes neutral. Left arm now comes out in front of you, left palm faces the right. Right hand comes beneath, takes hold of the outside of the left arm. Starts to guide the straight arm across your chest. In line with the right shoulder, left shoulder draws back and down into its joint. Left fingertips spread wide, palm faces the room behind you. Doing your best to keep a straight arm on the left, the right elbow can bend. Slowly release. Left fingertips reach up. Left palm comes to the back of your head. The fingertips start to point down towards the floor and walk their way down your neck, towards the shoulder blades. With the left palm now on the back of your neck or between your shoulder blades, reach the right hand up and place it on top of the left elbow. Draw the left elbow back behind you ever so slightly and in towards the midline, reaching the left elbow high towards the ceiling, the left shoulder reaching down away from the ear. Feel a bit of a stretch here into the left arm, left shoulder, left ribs. Stay as you are or come into that gentle side bend to the right. Press down through your left hip, reach through the left elbow. Keep breathing. Heart and chest stay open, gaze is neutral. Come back through center, slowly release. Give those shoulders a bit of a roll in both directions. Find stillness in the center. Let the palms rest softly on your knees or at your sides. Sit up tall, however you find your comfortable seat, and invite the eyes to close. Connecting with the earth beneath you, those points of contact between body and floor. With the eyes closed, just become aware of the boundaries of the room you've chosen for your practice. The four walls that surround you. Just visualizing them with the eyes closed. To the best of your ability, it's okay to forget minor details. Aware of the four corners, the four walls, the ceiling, the floor. The room that is around you, a space that is unique to you and your practice alone. Start to draw your awareness a little more inwards towards your mat, or that which you've chosen to use as a mat. The eyes still closed, visualizing the four edges of the mat, the four corners, the mat's relationship to the space, the room that you've chosen for your practice. Its location in space, its contact with the floor. Drawing the awareness more inwards as you continue to sit up tall. Become aware of your body, the boundaries of your body, tissues, how your body relates to the mat and thus to the space around you. Feel the boundaries of your body, those edges, how they change and expand, contract with every breath. All the space of the room around you, the mat beneath you, remains constant. The body is ever moving, ever changing, ever growing. Drawing your awareness more internally to the breath, experiencing it as it moves in and out through the nose, throat, into the lungs and belly. Begin to lengthen the breath, soften and slow the breath. Noticing how the breath affects your body, the space around it. Remaining here in stillness and connection to the breath for as long as you choose to do so. Knowing that whenever it is time for you to get up and go, although you leave this space and this mat that you've chosen for your practice, that same breath stays with you throughout the rest of your day and your week to follow. You're welcome to return to it at any time. With such gratitude for you joining me in practice today and always. Namaste.